Hello everyone. In this video I will show how to create a Tapestry version 3 project in Eclipse environment. Before we'll start, we have to prepare we have to download some tools. I mean Apache server, Java, JDK, and Eclipse, and the Tapestry as well. So in my local environment, I've got a catalog folder name applications. I suggest you do this similar way. So for Tapestry 3, we'll need Apache Tomcat version 7. I've got 7055. It really doesn't matter. Version 7, that's important. I will not show where to download it as at this stage. It's very easy. Just Google it and just download Apache Tomcat 7, version 7. We need Java version 7. Whatever, I've got version 7.80. It really doesn't matter. It has to be Java version 7. And we need Tapestry 3. Version 3 is also available to download via Google. I think it's via Git. I'm not gonna show where to download it, as sometimes the source is changing from time to time. It's up to you. And we also require Eclipse Indigo. It's very important to download this version. I'm not sure how it's gonna work on the newer versions of Eclipse. Indigo is still available to download, so I'm suggest to download version Indigo. So as I said, Tomcat version 7, Eclipse version Indigo, Java version 7, and Tapestry version 3. I think I've got 3.3. Yes, 3.03. This is all what we need on the very beginning. So I've just fired up the Eclipse. As you can see, it's empty Eclipse. So now we are gonna build a project. So file, new. And before I will start, I'm still learning how to do this. This is the way I know how to do this. Perhaps there is a better way to obtain this task. Partially, this was based upon the SitePoint.com Jakarta Tapestry tutorial. So you will see that the name of the classes and some are nearly the same. It really doesn't matter in this case. The problem with this scenario is that the Tomcat server is not running via Eclipse. It's quite difficult to configure it, so that's why I'm creating this video to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so Java Indigo is running. So file, new dynamic web project. Project name, let's call it test. And 3.0, that's all right. Click modify. This is all right. And that's it. So initial project is created. Of course, we need a server. So click servers, new wizard, type. Perhaps your window will look a little bit different, or nearly the same. So basically, you just have to type Apache, and then pick version 7. Click next. Then you have to show the version of the Apache. We have to show the version of the Apache which was downloaded. The exact location, in my case, is Drive C, Applications, Apache Tomcat version 7. That's it. And meanwhile, it's important to check the JRE version. So just click. Right, I can't. Well, we have to check the environmental variables. Okay. I can show it on this screen. To just click env in the pop-up window. Click enter, and then you get to environmental variables. And as you can see, I've got a Java home property, which is pointing to the Java version 7. And the path is updated as well. As you can see, Java home bin, and here I've got Java home, and version 7. Okay, we've checked that. Now it's useful to check if we are pointing to this JDK version. Let me check. As you can see, there is Java version 7. If you will have different version, perhaps your system has been set into version like newer version 17, 18, whatever, you can click add and follow to the source of the location of your Java version 7 and just add it, and you'll have 2 versions, and just pick the proper one. In my case, it's Java version 7, so that's confirmed as well. Next, and now I can add the application. I'll do this later on. At this moment, server is set. Let me check if we can run it. Okay, I think I've got other project which is running at the same time. Let me check it. So yes, I've had another project which was running on the backend, underneath the hood. So I've just stopped that server. Let me check again if I can run it. I think we are occupied port 8000 or 8080. There is a way to change that port, but it's not the subject of this tutorial. As you can see now, it's working fine. Console, yeah, server started. Okay, you can stop it. Now, back to the project. Yes, back to the project. Okay, we have to change the configuration a little bit. So test properties, Java build path, and I think it's source. Yes, we have to change it a bit. So basically, as you can see, there's a test. Then we have to point into web INF. Web content. Web content, as you can see, is just right here. Web content. Then web INF. Web INF classes. Now we are pointing to the proper catalog. Click OK. Next thing which we have to do is to configure JPA of Tapestry. So basically we need a web XML file. I will add it because I've prepared that file already. It has to be located inside web INF. Paste. I will show it so then you can copy it. Web.xml. Okay. Okay, it's opened. Click source. Hold on. I've enlarged the font to make it readable. So this is XML file. First of all, we have to provide a proper name of our project, which is test. And basically we just have to put that name as our servlet name and servlet name here as well. And here is the access point. This URL access pattern is important, so I will just type it as test. And that's it. That's our configuration of the servlet. Next. So somehow our project has to be able to understand how the Tapestry works. Of course, we have to provide jar files of the Tapestry. I've got it here, Tapestry. Yeah. So basically, when you will download the Tapestry free version 3.03, then you will have all the libraries jar files which you have to provide for your project. So just copy, go back, and lib, paste. Okay, and because this is a dynamic web project, its structure is built in the way that this little lib folder is already referenced by Java path. So basically, yeah, you see, it's automatically updated, so we don't have to paste it to the path of the project as is. This process has been performed automatically. So okay, our Tapestry has been added to the project. So let's start to build our first page. Tapestry is built in the way that the access page has to have the name home. So basically web inf new HTML file home HTML. Okay, and now I will copy the content from the article that I've shown at the beginning of this course. So just want to save my time. Control file and Control 8. I'm gonna intend it's already intended. So basically that's the front of our application. Because the libraries has been already attached, this JWC IDE is already recognized by the project. So next we have to connect the HTML file with page file. So we have to create new file and call it home page. The purpose of this tutorial is just to show how to run the application. If you want to know a little bit more about the Tapestry, why it has to be page, why it has to be high HTML, and why we have to create also so-called base page for each our HTML page, then I am suggesting to read Tapestry in Action. This book, this PDF is available also, it's free of charge via Google. Okay, go back to our project. So we've got the page. In the page, we have to provide the content or the components and the properties of our HTML file, HTML page. So as you can see, there is some startup procedure as XML, intro. Then this is important, page specification. As you can see, I'm already pointing to something which doesn't exist in our project. So let me create we'll leave it as it is right now. What's important? We've got a description, then we've got two properties because HTML got two properties as well. There is uname, there is password, and there is login form. As I said, I'm not gonna explain why is it this way. You can read the book, or maybe I'll prepare some lessons about that later on. But basically, we've got three properties on the HTML side, which is uname, password, and login form, and that's why the page file also has to have three properties. It's uname, password, and login form. Because it's a form, we don't have to create it in this way. So our page file is prepared. HTML is prepared as well. So now it's time for the home base Java class. So we are going to src new package. I will call it com.ab110, and I'm gonna create a new class. The name of the class has to be exactly the same as we've pointed in our page file. So basically, page file will point to the Java class and will point also to the HTML file. So that's why the Java class has to have this name, home base. So home base, but because it's Tapestry, it has to have a superclass, and the superclass is uncopied as is already prepared, and that class comes from the libraries that we've hooked to the project. Org Apache Tapestry.html base page. This is the base page of the Tapestry. What else? We have to generate. We can create comments, and this is abstract. I think I'm missing something. Okay, I had a semicolon here. That was a mistake. Okay, finish. Now our class. Let me copy the content from my previous project as well. There's a lot of things that, in fact, we have to prepare for Tapestry to be able to run it. Where is my home base class? Okay. Control C, Control V. Okay, Control 1. Import. Okay. So as you can see, if you will click submit on the form, then content page will be displayed to the user. I'm not gonna explain why is it abstract, why is a getter, why it's the iRequest cycle. Read the documentation of the Tapestry, or wait for another part of the Tapestry version 3 tutorial, which perhaps I will provide in the future. But to run the Tapestry, you have to have this stuff here, because we've got two properties on our HTML page which are hooked to the page home page file, so that's why we have to have getters. We also have to get that iRequest cycle because we want to do something when we click the button of our form of the HTML file. And basically we want to display the content page. So we have to create content page as well. New HTML, content HTML. Okay, let me copy it. Content. Okay, Control S. We need another file. Page for content. So basically, each and every page that you're going to display in the Tapestry has to have a page file and has to have a base Java class. to perform dynamic operations on that HTML page. Okay, new file, content page. Okay, let's make content page. Control-C. So content page, there's nothing in it, so we don't have any properties yet, but we're already pointing to the content base.java, which we'll create in a second. But as you can see, there's a pattern. There's org. So I've got a mistake. It should be com. My previous project, my other project, which I copied the stuff from, has got different packages. In this example, in this project is com.eb110 dot the name of the class. So we have to improve it in our homepage as well, because it's not org, is com, and it's crucial. It has to be directly pointed or it will not work. Okay, content, and we need content base. So new class content base, and we have to add a superclass for the Tapestry purposes, and it has to be abstract as well. And what that class gonna do? Content, basically nothing. Okay, that's it. I think that's all. Let's say if it will work. So basically we can, so now we will add the project to the server. So right button, add or remove. As you can see, the project is already here. Just add. Yeah, this is quite cool, because every change that we will perform to the project, it will be updated dynamically. So we don't have to restart the server again and again and again, which was an issue in the project which was described in the article, which I've pointed at the beginning of this video. Okay, so finish, and let me start it. Okay, now go to the browser. Okay. And the name of the app, we have provided test. And it's not working. I have to figure out why. Yes, of course, it should be test. Test. Yuppie, our Tapestry project is working. Let me check if it will point to another page. Yes, it's pointing to another page as well. 24 minutes. As I said, yeah, there's a lot of stuff which initially we have to prepare for the project to be able to run the Tapestry project. And that's it. Thank you.